Hello and welcome back to the Spotlight Games Podcast for episode 155. Today, Tony Hawk joins the show because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remastered has officially been revealed, and Tony is going to share some impressions of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But before we get into any of that, joining me this week, my sweet dumpster boy, Cayman Darty. Cayman, how you doing?
Patrick, let's get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Dumpster Boy did his first stream on Twitch by himself.
Oh, yeah, he did. Ugh.
And I know we're going to talk about it in a little bit, but I just want to say it was sweaty. Okay. It was really sweaty. And I got sweaty. I think the chat got sweaty. We definitely know the characters in the game got sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to tell, I'm fired up. I'm literally on fire. The PC couldn't run that game. It caught fire. Shoot up my leg.
Ooh.
But I'm excited to be here, Patrick. I'm excited to talk about video games.
We love to see it. We love to hear it. We love to feel it deep inside us. Also joining us, I was going to say the other one, but I'm just going to say my gamble worth taking. My grandson worth topping, GWT Mori. Welcome to the show.
God, dude, it's so disappointing that acronym has taken such a life of its own. I mean, we have the gamer worth tickling, the gamble worth taking, the grandson worth throating or topping.
Or throating or topping, yeah.
It's really up for debate. It's all
and really, to be honest, this is the actual launch of that, because all the other ones, those were locked away behind live doors.
They were. So
yeah.
maybe you'll hear more about the grandson worth throating later at a later date. But for the time being, Patrick, I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to be here and talk about some games with two of my favorite people on the planet. Yeah, I'm amped.
Oh, I mean, we have a lot of video game stuff to talk about because this is the Spotlight Game Pot. He said, "This is a Spotlight Game Pod,
buddy.
This is the Spotlight Games podcast, where each week we spotlight the latest and the greatest in the world of video games. You can get it by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Spotlight Games Pod, or by searching for Spotlight Games in your favorite podcast app. And hey, you can be on the show by tuning in as we record live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Twitch.tv/Spotlight Games Pod, just like Jonesing, Simba, and Gianni DeCrusta both are." Be like them. Be like Cognitive Clips in the chat. Follow us on Twitch so that you're notified when we go live, so you can be part of the conversation. And you can be here at the very top of the show when I say later Tony Hawk is joining us to talk about Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 3 and 4, and also Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So we're having a special guest by the name of Tony Hawk joining the show. But more housekeeping. Spotlight Game streams return tomorrow night. Myself, Rose, maybe Kayla? ? Playing some 2 Point Museum tomorrow night, not tonight, right here on the channel. And also, if you've somehow missed the news, we launched Drop In, Drop Out, a new podcast where the three of us and four of our closest friends come together, goof off about video games, share our hot takes, talk about gaming nostalgia. It's a whole vibe. DropInDropOutPod.com. A lot of good shit going on over there. In fact, this Thursday, we're talking about freaks in video games, our favorite little freaks in video games. Jake Twitchin is going to be hosting. I'm going to be on the show. Cayman's on the show, I think. Mori, not on the show.
Yeah,
I am on the show this week, Patrick.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. And finally, join the Discord. We have a fun little Discord where we discuss what we're playing and generally goof off together about video games. So if that sounds like something you'd like, click the link in the description, click the link in the bio socials, join the Discord, or go to dropindropoutpod.com to join the Discord there. Boys, 2 weeks have gone by since we last were met for an episode of the Spotlight Games podcast, but we're back here. And one of the reasons that we didn't meet last week is because GWT Mori was sitting right here next to me in the ATL. So typically we start with what we're playing. Mori doesn't have much to report on what he's playing because he was traveling the world. So let's start with a little recap, reminisce episode of our time together, Mori. What did you think of Atlanta?
Well, dude, I miss Atlanta every day. Life has only gone downhill after Atlanta. So fuck, I made a mistake leaving. No, dude, it was an amazing time. So I would have gotten there Monday night, and I'll save and shave down the introduction, no matter how
Sure.
exciting it was for me to tell it like 14 other times in 14 other places. But seeing you in person was amazing. Seeing you get out of your car to greet me, loved
Yeah.
it. Ran up to you. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. This is real. And the only thing you could get out was you're tall as shit. And
Yeah.
that's true. For those watching who don't know, I'm 6'2" and some change. We'll call it 6'3". Patrick's like 6'1" though, so it's really close, you know. Yeah.
No,
Oh.
I'm not close to 6'1". I'm 4'11".
Right. This is believable.
Yeah.
We call him Chode
Yeah.
around town.
Chodrick.
Yo, I was about to say, but Patrick, you have the
Cho-ching.
length. What was it?
Chodrick.
What is that?
Replacing Pat with Chode. Chodrick.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I do kind of love that nickname.
I don't want to
I
ever
think-
hear it again.
I think it might have stuck.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna regret that one.
Yeah, that shit's cursed.
Unbelievable.
No, but then I woke up on Tuesday and ran over to King's Memorial, and then Patty jumped up out of work, came and swooped me in downtown ATL. He showed me some spots, the 5 points, the little 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Oh, they're not big. That's for sure.
They're not big. Not like Patty.
Maury, can I interrupt you for a second, please?
Please.
Do you trust me, Maury?
I trust you.
We're getting rated right now by the homie Jake Twitchin with 33 of our closest and dearest friends. We got JT himself. We got Coal Mines, Sears Shard. We got Mr. Treehorn, the Tree Boy. We got Swanky, my sweet Swanky.
Oh, Swanky.
Thanks for being here, y'all. We were just catching up on Maury's time in Atlanta before we really jump into the show. And pretty soon, Tony Hawk is going to be joining our podcast to talk about a few different things. So at any moment, Tony Hawk is going to bust through these doors on his skateboard. But Maury, back to you. Shout out to everybody that just joined us. Oh, and also shout out to Jonesing Simba. No, not shout out. I mean, shout out to Jonesing Simba. Good guy. Gianni with the sub. Shout out to you, Gianni. We love to see it.
Wow.
Absolutely just beautiful behavior. But Maury, let's pick back up in Atlanta.
Yeah. So we're there Tuesday. Patty comes and swoops me. We're going to little 5 points and whatnot. Can I just say, this was an amazing interaction that me and Cayman had over Twitter. But going to Atlanta was great for my well-being and terrible for my self-image.
Sure.
Like, oh my God, everyone in Atlanta is fucking astounding. I tweeted out, just
We're all
found
hot.
out.
Yeah.
Do what?
We're all hot.
They're all hot. They're all hot. And I tweeted out, I said, I just found out I'm an ATL 2 out of 10. And Dumpster Boy said, don't worry, buddy. We're all ATL 2 out of 10s. Like, bro, what the fuck are they putting in your water down there? But anyway, he takes me around to some spots like the little 5 points. We go up to the top of Atlanta and we do some things that we're not going to discuss today on the show.
Yeah, there were secrets that we won't tell.
Yeah, things that we won't talk about.
For sure.
But still exciting shit. And then we did some more It Takes Two that night.
We did.
And it was lovely. And then I woke up Wednesday morning, very grateful, very emotional, very sad that I had to leave my friend in Atlanta.
Sure.
And since then I've been fired. I've spent all my money, and I wish I was back in ATL. Fuck.
That's the life. That's the life.
Yeah.
Well, Maury, you're welcome back anytime as long as you give me 4 to 8 hours notice.
Deal.
But we love to see it. We had a great time. We hope to continue the It Takes Two stream, but Split Fiction comes out in 2 days, and I don't know that people are going to care about It Takes Two in 4 to 8 hours. So we'll see.
No.
If more It Takes Two for me and Maury is something that you want, let us know. How about that?
Come on.
Well, that little short what we've been playing of Maury's version, he's been playing the city of Atlanta. Dumpster Boy, I turn to you. You mentioned at the top of the episode that you did your first Dumpster Boy stream. Go ahead and plug the channel, by the way, and tell us about that and what else you've been playing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. We haven't nailed a schedule down if there's going to be a schedule yet, but we just did like a random. We were like, "Fuck it, let's go live and do some weird shit on Twitch." So if you want to go check that out, the video doesn't exist anymore. No, I forgot to record it on my end, and then Twitch didn't save it either. So if you were there, if you were one of the lucky few that were there for the first official stream, I'm happy you were there. For those that didn't make it, well, I don't know what you missed because we can't go back and reminisce over it. That being said, you can go follow me at the Dumpster Boy STC on Twitch. That's where I will be streaming. What will I be streaming? Well, let me tell you what I did stream, and that was a game called None Holy. Okay, None Holy. It's about nuns. Okay, big busty waifu nuns that are also vampire hunters, and it's a roguelike like Hades. And let me tell you, this game's actually pretty fucking good. This is one of those shocking moments where I selected this game. I'm talking to Jake, Twitch, and P. Schwissy before I go live, and I'm like, hey, I think I found this game to do. And I told them, they're like, wow, it's on brand, definitely. We were expecting jank. When we launched the first like minute or two of the stream, the game just crashes immediately. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, we are definitely in. I don't know how the stream's gonna go because this game is awful. Well, come to find out, this game's not awful. This game's actually it's like the little jankier version of Hades. But like by the time I got to the end of the stream, I had made it up to the pre-ultimate boss. And that was on my like 5th run of the game. I had like a really good run going, got some great skills. But the thing is, it like does that thing that roguelites should do, which is make you feel like every run you're getting a little bit better because your stats are increasing or you're getting better combos. You're kind of learning what to do. It does that. And I don't think a lot of roguelites actually accomplish that. And this game is $5.99 about busty waifus. And there's a lot of cleavage and there's a lot of bouncing.
Yeah, a lot of pre-ultimating.
So a game for dweebs and gooners, basically. Actually solid, competent gameplay. So like I can't be like, hey, don't play it. Honestly, I think you should if it's on Steam. I don't think it's anywhere else. I don't think it's allowed to be anywhere else. It's you know what? It's one of those moments where I threw my hands up and I said, you got me, dumpster dives. You threw another wrench into my gears.
Cayman, what is the reward for completing a run? I remember you saying it on stream, but I want everyone here to hear it.
You get pictures of the girls in bikinis. Yeah. All of the nuns in bikinis.
So
did I get nuns in bikinis? No. You know what I will say though is we did say this live on air, and I'm sticking with this. Is that when we hit affiliate status? So if you don't follow me, you should go help me get to affiliate status. When we get there, we will do a subathon, and that subathon I will wear a busty nun costume.
God damn it.
Live on air.
It's the Dumpster Boy STC, right?
Yes, the Dumpster Boy STC. We do it when we pull it up. I will bring back Nun Holy for another playthrough, and I will do so dressed as a busty nun.
Now,
here's the thing. You go ahead, Mori.
I was going to ask, are there any prosthetics involved in this process, Cayman?
You know what? It depends on how quickly we get there.
Wow.
If you guys delay and hold this back, then like I won't be as excited to do this when we get there.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean,
But if you go follow Cayman now and help him get to affiliate, there might be a chance you get to see some fake titties on Cayman's chest on screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that'll get me going.
Here's the other thing. If we do it fast enough or we do it weird enough, we might be able to get Patrick to come up in a priest outfit.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
I'll be pre-blessing something. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Here's the thing. I tuned into that stream a few times throughout the roughly 2 hours that you were live. And every time I tuned in, either I was like, wow, those titties are huge. Or I was like, this game actually looks really good. Like,
it's shocking.
Here's the thing. If Hades 2 hadn't just gotten a big update and like, kind of has an ending now, they've said there's going to be one more update in March. It's like their last big update, I think is what I heard, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Well, if I didn't have Hades 2 at my fingertips, I would very possibly potentially get an Unholy because it really looks like a total Hades knockoff.
Right. I'm playing it for the plot personally.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Hades knockers off.
Here's the thing. You make jokes about the plot. There is a plot. There's lore in this game. I don't think I played it long enough to really figure out what that lore meant.
Yeah.
But there is lore. So, you
so
can
much
make
pre-lore.
Comments. Just saying.
God damn it, Patrick.
Yes.
There's so much pre-lore. Covered in pre-lore. Have you been playing anything else, Dumpster Boy? Or did Nun Holy really just take over?
It was Nun Holy for a while. What else have I been playing? Song. Let's see. Grow Song of the Evertree. It's like a cozy game by the devs, Slideful Proth, who did Prideful Sloth. who did Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles, which is like my favorite cozy game.
Nice.
Playing that game, it's fine. It's not really scratching any itches. Also playing an OCD puzzle game called A Little to the Left.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like organize things and make them straight. That's actually a pretty good puzzle game. It's definitely, if you are like want the cathartic, like put things in order like the right way, then like this game's gonna hit for you.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, really nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for that next big game to come out. It's not Monster Hunter. So Split Fiction.
What is Split Fiction? I was gonna say, what is the next big game for you? But it's Split Fiction.
Yeah, it has to be. I think it has to be Split Fiction. I don't I don't know. Monster Hunter definitely doesn't do it for me. I will say Adamfall comes out this month.
Yeah,
and so does Assassin's Creed. The end of this month is going to be wild. So I feel like it's going to be one of those where I'm going to have to like cram in all the little things I want to do before I am sucked into like all this other shit. Because we don't stop. April, South to midnight.
Dude.
We got South to midnight, like, April. We got fucking in May, we got the Doom game. We also, somewhere in there is Expedition 33, which
I think that's April.
That's April too.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. And then May, we got Nightreign as well. Unbelievable. Well, speaking of, I just name dropped it, and Tony Hawk is here finally. The Hawkman himself. We're going to talk a little bit about Clair Obscura, Expedition 33. Welcome to the stage, Tony Hawk.
900, baby.
Jake twitching. God damn it. When I talked to your publicist, they said that Mr. Hawk would be joining.
Oh, they've actually changed it, and instead of Tony, it's his cousin Mike. Mike Hawk.
No. Look, if you,
I do it.
A lot of the folks here right now just came from you streaming Clair Obscura 33 Expeditions, but now I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. My dirty little horse. How is this game? What do you think?
Dude, I love it so much. At the top, shout out Sandfall, Kepler Interactive, and Lurkit for hooking it up with the opportunity to play the preview build. It is a vertical slice of the game.
Oh, cool.
And I did not get through the entire thing. I played the first 2 hours that are available to me. And from what I understand, this is more than a demo. This is like 3 to 7 hours of gameplay depending on what you decide to do. So there's optional stuff. I did like the introductory battle, which was kind of like on rails, which was like a tutorial, followed by some additional like content where I popped out on the world map, and then I had kind of branching paths where I could go towards my main quest, or I could take a left turn and do some optional side questy stuff. But let me tell you, this game fucking rips.
Yeah.
Like I am trying to gather my thoughts because I only came off of playing this game about 10 minutes ago, and so far it is a game that checked a lot of boxes for me on paper leading up to this point, but now that I've actually put my hands on it, I am even hotter on it than I was before.
Really?
The first thing that comes to mind is like a lot of people have like said like French persona, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
As one says often. Baguette. But what I saw was a lot of like Final Fantasy X channeled in this game.
Wow.
Where
how so?
The first off, the turn-based combat has the little ticker on like the left side of the screen that shows you the turn order, which will be like adjusted depending on like the speed of your characters and your enemies, which I really love. I always loved like the strategery that came into play with like buffing your characters or casting haste with Tidus in Final Fantasy X to, you know, delay your enemy's turn or increase the frequency of the turns for your characters. But also in the exploration for the game, where this is not an open world adventure. You know, this is a game that takes place mostly on a linear path from what I played, but does have a couple branching things where, you know, if you maybe go to the left there or you look to the right and you see like a rock formation that looks weird, you might be able to sneak through that and grab yourself a little treasure that gets you an extra experience point or something along those lines. So I think the scope of it and the way that it plays both scream Final Fantasy X to me. And honestly, like the visual theme as well. High fantasy. Really, really nice.
Was there any characters that gave out a hearty laugh throughout the game?
No, but at some point I will have to defend the Tidus laugh to you all.
Good. I can't wait. Yeah. So here's my question to you then, because this game has been on kind of all of our radars in various ways. It was drafted in our Fantasy Critic episode over on Drop In Drop Out Pod. And now the more we see it, it seems like the more hype this game is getting, the more excited people are getting. How does this game fail to you right now? Like, is there any sort of like crack in its armor, or do you think this is going to drop as like a 9, 5, 10-ish situation?
I think like runtime and keeping its momentum, I guess, because I think that there is like a little bit of a asterisk that pops up in people's minds when they see that the price tag is $49.99, which I do think is interesting, and I wonder where that price tag comes from, because on paper, like looking at that game, it feels like a $70 game. It looks like a $70 game. I got a Steam code, and as you know, I'm on vacation at my parents' house right now in their guest bedroom. So I played it on a laptop with like a mobile 4060 in it while I was streaming and recording locally, and it still looked incredible on low settings.
Wow.
And so I have to wonder, okay, so then why do they think that this game is not worth $70? Is it because it's not long, or does it not go deep? Like where does that stack up? And then the other question could be like, if it is a short runtime, does it keep its momentum the entire way? Does it start to lose steam? Does the story make sense? It could be one of those things where if the story does go off the rails and get crazy, maybe it's just like so wacky that it doesn't work in some way. But
we've not been told of an expected runtime for this game, right? I don't think I've heard that.
I don't think so, but I feel like that's what everyone's assuming. It's like it must be kind of
like
a valve.
Okay. So let me throw this out there. I was looking up Kepler Interactive because I was like, that name stood out to me. Cat Quest 3. They published Cat Quest 3. Here's the list of games: Tachia, Sifu, Scorn,
Holy shit.
Cat Quest 3, Pacific Drive, Ultros, Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, and then it looks like they're doing the rematch that Mori drafted, and then another game.
The only stinker in there, in my opinion, is Scorn.
Right.
I think Ultros has its problem.
Sounds like you're scared of phallic and yonic imagery.
I love a phallus.
So the point being is that like lengthwise for all of those games, not super long.
Yeah.
So maybe honestly, probably I would even say Cat Quest you can beat in a couple hours. The Platinum is much longer, but like, not long games.
The irony. This tickles me because as somebody who played, because the game worth tickling. GWT. As someone who played fucking Metaphor last year, like that game was such a massive undertaking that I kind of just drowned in the thought of a 90-hour runtime. To hear that this is an RPG coming out that maybe will be shorter, maybe 30, 40, maybe less than even that excites me. That makes me want to play this game even more. So you've actually gotten me more excited by saying that it's a $50 price point, because I'd assume visually if it looks like a $70 price point or $70 game, then it has to be the runtime that's shorter. Has to be.
Yeah.
And also, if you guys remember correctly from a price point, topic here, day one Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was at the developer _direct. But really cool. Surprised me in a lot of ways. I am so hot on this right now.
I'm so interested to see where this game ends up going, because I'm so fascinated by this price point. It's so interesting to me because like you said, you look at it and this looks like $100+ million budget game. Dude, it must not be though, for them to only be charging 50.
I don't know where like the crack is. Like I don't have the answer for you. That's such a good question to ask, because like right now, like that game is feeling like a 9.5 to a 10. Like there is a little bit of like RPG overworld jank, I guess, like a tiny bit when you're just running around like those open field areas, like the animation isn't perfect, or you might skip over some geometry while you're breaking open a box to grab like a glowy little orb. But when you're in there in that fight system, and when you're standing still or running around and looking at the skyboxes and the atmosphere, it is so wild how good this game feels. And like things that I'm not even talking about yet, like the music is incredible. It is such a vibe. And like buried environments, I ended up in this underwater area where you're still on the ground. They call it like the rising waters. So there's like a weird gravitational water effect going, but there's like fish swimming above you. And then the battle theme changes and it kind of has like an almost like islandy R&B vibe. That's the worst explanation ever. Go listen to it. check the VOD. But the other really satisfying thing is that the combat, despite being turn-based, it has kind of like the Chrono Trigger or the Super Mario RPG thing going on, where there's a lot of active things to do in the battle system. So when an enemy goes to like stab you, you can either dodge out of the way or go for the parry and then hit them back, which is really fun and adds a nice like layer to that. And there's some very cool spells where like the first boss fight that I had, there was almost like a rhythm to the dodges where it would go like, it would cast like a lightning spell at you and it would hit the lightning would hit the ground twice and go boom, and on the third it would hit you, and you get into this rhythm where it's like do block, do block.
Ooh.
And then it would charge up its attack and then launched like 10 of those at me. So I was sitting there like dodging left, right, back, just really, really fun, man. Like I'm over the moon. I would love to find out where it falls short, because right now, if I'm giving this game a score based off of 2 hours and understanding that this game was offered to me, FTC guidelines included, I'm going like 9.5, man.
Wow,
Like,
that's really exciting.
What a fun game.
I'm super interested to see if like maybe the narrative doesn't hit or what, right? But then also Coal Mines in the chat says, per the developer Sandfall Interactive's website, it's their debut game, which we've discussed, but he says could be a big reason why their price point is so low, which at first I was like, I don't quite follow your logic, but I thought about it for a second. I was like, maybe this is just like, hey, play our game. Maybe we don't make X%, we make Y%, a little less on sales of this game, but we're getting more people in the door. Perhaps maybe there's a franchise here in the works. I don't know.
Yeah.
One other question for you from Jonesing Simba in the chat, Jake. He says, do you think there's any possibility at all of this game getting almost a boost in critique because of the fact that it's an indie dev's first game and it's cheaper? Might be forgiven any faults compared to a dev like Atlas, where folks practically expect perfection.
Definitely think that could be the case. I mean, I think about games that like, I feel like for the last 3 years, if you kind of go like reverse chronologically, it's something along the lines of like last year it was Balatro, and the year before was maybe Inscription, and then before that like Hades. Like there's always kind of that one big standout indie game that people really look to, and I feel like it kind of gets that slot where it's like, oh, actually one of these games is one of the games of the year, and it only seems to be like one of them a lot of times. And I feel like that could be this game, but it's bridging that gap, man. Like when you look at Hades almost feels like, we use that term triple I that I love so much. This is a triple I indie game, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, it looks like a AAA game for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you have me even more excited, Jake. Jake, I'm going to talk a little bit about Lost Records here in a second, and then we're going to talk about Tony Hawk. You're welcome to stick around. I don't know the rest of your life tonight.
I'm going to drop out. I played Carmen Sandiego earlier also, which was really bad, but very fun to stream. And I'm actually going live again tonight to play 2 Point Museum with all the Sonic characters.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
So, more to look forward to.
Well, have fun with your little
friends
freaks.
having me on. Very good to see Patrick and my dumpy boy in the what is it? The grandson worth topping.
Yeah.
Jake, if you're going to be live by the time we're done recording, send me a Discord message. We'll rage back.
I will. I probably won't be. I got to go get some food and make it happen, but I will be here listening to you while I eat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jakey.
What a handsome guy. Oh, he heard me. Fuck.
I'm still here. Please, I'm going to remove myself.
Fuck. He heard me. Still, I stand by everything I said. What a handsome guy. All right, let's wrap up what we've been playing with me.
Yes.
Your gracious host.
Patrick, please.
Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I beat Tape 1 earlier today.
Wow.
Look at you.
Can
Look
I
at
just
you.
say,
Please.
people sleeping on this game.
I'm sleeping on it. I've still not started it up, and I'm ashamed.
Wake up. This is me saying wake up.
Wake up, gamer. Wake up.
Wake up.
Think about it.
Wake up.
What is that? What is that noise?
Come on. Yeah, here's the thing. Lost Records Bloom and Rage has like a 77 on OpenCritic right now, which is criminally low. I know everyone has their own opinions, whatever. They're fucking wrong. This game rips. It has its issues, but you know, performance-wise, it has its issues. Sometimes characters just like randomly slide across the screen. I don't give a shit. It's telling a really heartwarming story. It's about these 4 teenage girls, and some spooky shit starts going down. And it's like it does a cool present day, past day kind of time jump from time to time. I'm not going to spoil things, but I'm having a great time with this game. Can't wait for Tape 2. A lot of people saying it's like a little too slow. apparently people that are saying it's too slow just don't like a fucking great vibe. Okay, great soundtrack. Easily the best looking game that Don't Nod has made in their history. Really, really pretty to look at. I talked about the camera mechanics a couple weeks ago. I won't, bore you guys with those details again. Essentially, I just wanted to put a pin in my thoughts from last week, or rather pull the pin out and say, go play this game. Really good, especially if you have PlayStation Plus free on there. And in fact, I played the second half of Tape 1, streaming it on the portal without using my PlayStation 5. Worked well. Maybe that's why some characters were sliding across the screen, but mostly performance otherwise was very good. Yeah, they've added a few new games to the streaming collection, and that's one of them. So okay. Very good. I would recommend, if you've not started it yet and you are interested, maybe wait until next month to give yourself less space between Tape 2, because Tape 2 drops in April now, which I think was a huge mistake.
Right. What is it? The final when is October? August, October?
And there's just 2 tapes, and it's in the next one's April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Part of me thought there was 6 the other ones do. But
no, yeah,
good,
just the 2.
Good. Well, I'm glad that they're doing that, because it's really fucking annoying when they're like, you're gonna have to wait. Like, why? Just delay the game for 5 months and then release it all together if that's the problem.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say definitively because I've not played Tape 2 yet, but I'm willing to bet by the time I finish Tape 2, I will stand by, you should have just delayed Tape 1 as well. Now, I know why they didn't, because it was free on PlayStation Plus. That's a deal that was signed probably months ago. But it's unfortunate that there's this 2-month gap instead of a 1-month gap. But yeah, really good shit. Definitely recommend everybody go play Lost Records Bloom and Rage. I've also been fucking around in Avowed, and I'm weirdly hooked on Persona 5 Royal again. I might actually finish that this time. We'll see.
Wow.
But yeah, I mostly just wanted to give you guys an update on Lost Records. But we have some news to discuss. Tony Hawk's people lied to me. It was Jake Twitchin that was coming on the show, not Tony Hawk.
No, it was his cousin. It was his cousin, Mike Hawk.
Right, exactly. And however, we still have some Tony Hawk news to discuss. Today is March 4th, 3/4, and last week the good folks over at who is it? It's the people that did I can't find it in the little studio here, or in the little news here. I just read the word studio. Doesn't matter. It's a studio that has brought 3 and 4 to life. They teased it last week, and that is official today. It is a 3 and 4 remaster, very much like the 1 and 2 remaster. I'm going to read a bit of a report from Tom Ivan at VGC, and then we're going to talk about it. Tom writes, following months of speculation and leaks, Activision has officially revealed Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. It's going to be released on July 11th of this year, although more expensive editions of the game will offer 3 days of early access starting on July 8th. We talk about how we don't like that 2 episodes ago. Go listen to that. We don't like paying for early access. But he goes on to say, featuring cross-platform, online multiplayer, it will be available for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4 and 5, the Switch, and PC via battle.net, Windows, and Steam. It'll also launch on day 1 with Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Quote, everything you loved is back, but revamped with more skaters, new parks, gnarlier tricks, eardrum-shattering music, plus a whole lot more, end quote, according to the description accompanying the game's reveal trailer, which is viewable below on VGC, not here on the podcast, but I will show the trailer here in a few minutes. Drop in to new and exciting parks like an abandoned water park. Yes, bring your swimsuit, they say, or shred it up across timeless classics like the Foundry, Alcatraz, College, and more, the site goes on to say. So yeah, they're adding new skaters, they're adding new tracks, parks. And it looks like they're putting all of the love into this game, and I'm very excited. But I'm curious to hear from you guys. Cayman, I want to start with you. Where's your head at on the Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 remaster coming out in July?
Well, let me tell you, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 is my favorite Tony Hawk game of all time. So knowing that we're getting it remastered, I don't care if they add anything new to it. Just
sure.
Give me 2. I don't even care if 4 is there. I just want 3. It would be cool if they threw in Wolverine, because Wolverine was in it. He was fucking dope. in the original at least. Don't think we're probably gonna get that guy, but dude, I fucking love Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. What I love the most about it is that they do give you a teaser, a little kiss, one might say, of LA post earthquake, which is a secret way you can play the map by doing a certain number of things. You can set an earthquake off. So knowing that we get that too, that was my favorite map right here. If you're watching live, this right here, that's LA post earthquake. I used to like just bang out to this fucking game. I would crank up the tunes because I had the best soundtrack of any Tony Hawk game. And then here's the other thing. I had a creator-owned character. It was Jesus.
Let's go.
Yeah, because, so I was a kid. Yeah. I was like, hey, look, I got Jesus skateboarding. He's got long hair to beard, not wearing a shirt. Of course it's Jesus.
Come on.
Right? Yeah. Create your own skate park, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada.
Mori, where's your head at? Are you a Tony Hawk boy?
Yeah, so growing up, I was a skater kid growing up. So I'd be at the skate park 4 or 5 days a week. I was not good, but God, I loved skating. And they had these consoles that were set up inside. There was like a little indoor area at the skate park, and they'd always have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater available on the Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever was there. And I would go in and play for like an hour. If I was there all day for like 8 hours, I'd go in, play for an hour, go back out and skate. That was the majority of my exposure to Tony Hawk. I don't think I actually ever owned one of the Pro Skater games, but I'm excited to see it come back. I played a little bit of the 1 and 2 remake that came out like some years ago now.
Yeah, 2020, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah, and I liked it, so I'm excited to play more of it. Obviously, this will be my first real exposure to it outside of like playing it at the skate park with my friends. So I'm excited, and it looks great. Oh, yeah. It looks so good. Holy shit! Good. Yeah,
I'm over here like, am I gonna become a Tony Hawk streamer?
Oh wow,
it looks so good. Because I played a good bit of the 1 and 2 remaster, but I didn't play enough of it, and I have it wishlisted on my Switch because I felt like the missing piece for me. Because like you said, like when we were kids, there was just so much less that we had to do in our lives, right? So like I could sit in front of the TV and play Tony Hawk and just not think about anything else in the world, but like what's for lunch. And my experience with Tony Hawk 1 and 2, even though it was 2020, and I had nothing but time then, I guess all my time was in Animal Crossing because I feel like I never really had the time to sink into it. But I feel like if I can play it on handhelds, especially now that with the Portal, I'm thinking this is going to sing on that. Because I remember liking 3 a lot. I don't remember 4 as much as 3. But I just really hope that this means that this is going to sell well and that we eventually get either Thug 1 or Thug 2, Tony Hawk's Underground, or both in a collection, because that would be really cool. But yeah, so with this, unclear yet if we're going to be getting the secret characters, but they did say we're getting the Doom guy, which came in. Was he in the 3rd originally, Doom guy?
He was only on the PC version.
Got it.
Consoles had Wolverine and was it Darth Maul? And I want to say Ollie the Ollie the Hobo.
Got it.
Was 3s on console. Yeah. But exciting that we're getting Doom guy.
Yeah, and someone called Revenant. I don't know. It says Doom Slayer and Revenant. I don't know if Revenant is a Doom thing as well or something separate.
I think so.
That is
I believe so, yes.
I don't know Doom like that. I don't know Doom like that.
Well, Doom will know you like that soon enough.
We'll see. Kayla Gray asks, what y'all know about tech decks? Do y'all have those?
I was big girl. A lot for tech decks.
I was such a little tech deck slut. And
well,
all I could do.
Remember the thumbs that you could get?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Am I about to become a tech deck streamer?
I think we're gonna become tech deck streamers. Yes.
I think so. I remember I never really could do real tricks. I basically would just like pick it up and like throw it down. I never could figure out how to like actually do a fucking kickflip or whatever. But God, I loved tech decks and those little like plastic like skate parks that you would buy from tech deck and like piece together like they were Legos. Oh God. Bring it back. Here's the thing. If you have cats, let me give you a little cat trivia or cat knowledge over here. Cat tips and tricks. If you have cats, get them tech decks. Cats love tech decks. And it's the cutest fucking thing in the world because they've got like the sandpaper grip on them, so their paws will get. And
So our cats will like play, and then they can roll. You know, cats love to knock shit around and then chase after it. One of our cats, Freya, will just like put her paw on it and just move it back and forth on the ground, like she's playing. Oh man, it's the cutest thing in the fucking world.
I'm about to go buy some.
Get your cats some tech decks. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, I mean they can't be.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, KG in the chat. I miss being a child. Me too, dude.
Yeah.
Can someone fucking make a time machine already?
Please, this
Get
shit
me
is
out
overrated.
of this hellhole.
God.
Fucking A. Well, Cayman, you had a great idea with
Whoa.
with. I know.
Whoa.
First of the fucking decade. Am I right? No, that's not true. You have great ideas. Basically, every time I talk to you, you're like, let's not talk about bad news because I almost made us talk about bad news. But last week, we all got the scoop on Monolith and everything that WB fucked up over there. You were like, let's fucking make some Tony Hawk shit ourselves. So as we were just discussing, secret characters were a big thing in Tony Hawk. So Cayman, you said, why don't we just come with a few different characters, maybe some parks, maybe some moves with our created characters that or secret characters that we want. So that's what we're going to do. And we got some from the audience. If you're here in the chat, feel free to chime in there too. But yeah, so let's start with characters. What are some characters that we would love to see if this game sells well enough that we get a new Tony Hawk game? Cayman, it was your topic. I throw it to you first.
Okay. I'm going to start off with Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And or creator of the Souls series. So this is my thought process. He's just a normal looking guy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's just a normal looking guy who has random nerds throw their bodies on the floor in front of him constantly. So what better way to scoot around the skate park than riding the lifeless corpse of one of your patrons of game? You just every time you load up a new map, it's a new body that you're standing on top of. Just smearing blood as you grind. You're fucking doing do ollie to manual to kickflip into a nose thing and just grind their face against the rail. His signature move, a 900.
Yeah, gotta be
simple.
Gotta be
simple stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking you go McTwists for him, but
McTwists.
We're getting a lot of politicians in the chat. We got Kamala Harris, we got Barack Obama as DLC characters, and then Kayla Gray said Pedro Pascal, who that was going to be one of my first people that I bring. What a great, and like with Mr. Pascal, you could do all sorts of different outfits from different movies or shows.
That's tough.
Right.
You could have him in his fucking Joel outfit. Duh. You could have him in his fucking Game of Thrones outfit, that long, sexy fucking robe that he wore.
Mr. Fantastic now?
Sure. I mean, elongating something. I think he would be a great choice for sure. That's a great pull from Kayla. It was her idea before it was mine. I'm just stealing it. We also got one from COG, Lucas Lee from Scott Pilgrim. He's a pretty good skater. He tells me. Okay. I've seen Scott Pilgrim. I don't remember which one Lucas Lee is. Which ones? Do you remember which one is Lucas? Came.
I watched the last time I watched that movie. I think I was in high school.
Great. I will trust you, whatever it is. Well, let's say it's the Kieran Culkin character. It's not the Kieran Culkin character.
Maybe it is.
He's having a moment right now. Mori, what you got? What's another one that you got?
Okay, for my first jab, it's the running bit here. It's never gonna go away. Give me Sam fucking Porter Bridges, baby. So listen, his park, right? His little track. It's not called a track. What is it called? Fuck. The little places they skate. It's a map.
A park, skate park?
Skate park. For his skate park, it's going to be a little skate park up in the mountains, like where Heartman lives in the game, with all the snow coming down, that beautiful Heart like lake. You're just going to have a skate park up over it. There's the baby. There's the baby. Whoop.
Oh, that's the only B-roll that I had on hand quickly.
Hey,
I thought I had the Sam Porter thumb. I have the BB thumb.
The BB thumb is perfect. It's going to work. For his move, I'm just going to have him do a Christ air. While he's holding a skateboard in one hand, he's going to throw a thumbs up in the other. It's simple, but it's to the point. And I love Sam Porter Bridges and I love Hideo Kojima, so I'm going to give my flowers where I can.
Hey, I mean, look, Broken Clock is right twice a day. Anytime we can bring a character somewhere, you're going to bring Sam Porter Bridges, and we love that.
Yeah.
We love the consistency.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan. I threw in Pedro Pascal with Kayla. We got Sam Porter Bridges from Mori. We got Miyazaki from Cayman. Cayman, do you have any more on hand ready for us?
Oh, of course. I've got a whole bucket list over here of characters that I want to go through. One of them being Johnny Knoxville's private parts.
God,
So-
fucking hate this guy.
If anyone remembers Johnny Knoxville, part of Jackass, guess what? If you played the later Tony Hawk games, almost the entire cast of Jackass, I think Johnny Knoxville's in some of the later Tony Hawk games. So he's not really even a secret character if he's making a reprisal. But
Sure.
apparently he's gotten hit in the nuts so many times doing Jackass that his junk just is like, looks like a chewed up dog toy, apparently.
Whoa.
So like, I think that's representation.
God
That's-
damn it.
I am just so fucking. I actually, maybe for the first time in the history of this podcast, am speechless.
I'm baffled.
Yeah. Mostly because I didn't know this about Johnny Knoxville's private parts,
Right,
as you
right.
say.
Yeah.
And now I kind of just don't know what to do with myself.
Right.
Uh,
I have a
Mori.
question.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all we got. Now we've got to weather this storm, Patrick. We can't just walk away. Now we got to like get along with it. So like, is Johnny Knoxville's private parts? Are they like life size, or are they like made to scale with like a human?
Is this where we get the tech deck in?
This is my
Oh.
right. Is it like a miniature thing, or is it just like made like is it
I
like
feel like they just have to be like scaled human size.
Okay.
so I get to see every nook and cranny of Johnny Knoxville's destroyed cock, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. So his nuts are like his legs.
Basically,
On
that's what I imagine. Yeah.
This is like, it's like what was the episode of South Park where all the guys cook their balls in the microwave so that they get testicular cancer, and they're all like bouncing around on their nuts. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like you took the tech deck thumb
Yeah.
and then just made it human size.
Sure.
The difference is instead of shoes, chewed up nutsack.
Yeah.
God damn.
Somehow we have more people viewing now than at the beginning of the Knoxville segment, which, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
Coming in right now.
Jonesy Sim says, well, this has been a fun experiment.
Right.
Another one that I thought of, this is one that would actually never happen, but we're in the dream fucking factory, boys. Give me Mario and a Mario Galaxy Park. Specifically like a Mario
Ooh.
Galaxy Park with like galaxies fucking gravity.
Okay.
Like there's a whole section in the middle that's like a little globe that you skate around. His fucking move could be like a wahoo, like something like that, something stupid, very Mario. But I would love to like totally different graphical style, like really make these developers have to just make a second game essentially within the game of Mario Galaxy. I think that would rip. I think it would sell 25 million copies. And if they don't do it, they know what'll happen. That is a threat.
Oh.
Now they know what'll happen. They know what'll happen. Yeah. That's a threat.
God, hide your wives, hide your children. To the folks working on this title, it's a promise.
Yeah. It's a threat.
Wow.
Yeah. Mori, what else you got?
I'm gonna go with Kratos, and I finally figured out what his gist is. But the skate park is going to be on Olympus. We're not doing the Norse shit. We're going back to the Greek saga, right?
Sure.
We're going to show some love there. Big old skate park on Olympus. And his move, I like this a lot, right? If I'm not mistaken, in the old Tony Hawk games, you could lose your board if you fuck up. Like if you really fuck up a trick, your board just goes flying and you just eat dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're Kratos, and your skateboard is now your Leviathan Axe. Every 30 seconds, you can call back your board, catch it midair. You could probably do some badass shit, right? You're doing a Christ air. You just throw the board up as you're going up into the air, and then you call it back at the last second, put it under your feet. Like, trust me, that is very clippable and very streamable. So give me Kratos with the Leviathan skateboard pull on Olympus in a skate park. Not as exciting as Knoxville's cock, but close.
Sure.
Close.
Here's my I have one follow-up question, Maury, if you'll allow it.
Please. God, I want it.
Is all of your submissions just the exact same people that you used for the hero shooter topic, just with new skills?
You're such a dickhead. No, my last one is different, but he's still a PlayStation exclusive character. Again, I'm gonna make a PlayStation because like that's the thing. I don't know. Like I could do like fucking I don't know, like I could do Caesar from Planet of the fucking Apes, but like what's his
Sure.
move? You know what I mean? Like, but like
yeah.
I'm good on that.
His
like,
move is he unzips his ape skin and it's Andy Serkis in there with the little motion capture balls.
horrifying, absolutely horrifying.
about it.
Nightmare shit. No,
Think
I
about
have one last pick that's original. It's
Okay.
different.
Okay. Cayman, what else do you have? I'm
So the
scared
one that-
to ask.
okay, look, man, settle down. Okay, it's not all bad. I got a clean one. I gotta even it out somehow. So the one that actually started this whole bit was my example was Paul Atreides from Dune.
Oh,
And this is like a legit move you could do, and it probably already is one. But like he like jumps up in the air, goes off the ramp, throws his board out, looks like he's riding a sandworm.
Yo, yeah.
oh,
You see,
tough.
he's riding a
Listen,
sandworm. When you
Listen,
drop on the
okay.
ground, you finish your dude. You know what he does? His signature celebration. He just whips out a little baggie of blue dust,
Yeah.
pours it on the table, rips it.
Yeah.
Absolutely rips the spice.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Fucking pounds the spice, dude.
God damn it, Cayman.
Rip the spice. I do feel like there's like the Fremen is just like that sounds like a move in Tony Hawk already.
What if you're?
Yeah.
What if the level is just skate in the dunes, bro?
Let's go. Just it's basically whatever park. It's just sand now.
It's just sand
instead
now.
of- yeah.
Mm.
So we
Big
got
old
like
dunes.
the loops and we got the fucking pools, but they're just sand.
Right, just
Sure.
sand. Yeah,
There's something there.
you know.
Does he have to do the dance walking so that the
Ooh, that's
the
how
worm-
he skates. Like it's like you have goofy stance. His is when he's trying to get on his board. He has to
Yeah.
like to do it. You know.
That's good. How about this one? This one sounds like something that Cayman would have come up with, but it came
Alright.
to me and I'm just going for it. Tucker Carlson.
Oh God.
However, the bit is if you choose Tucker Carlson, anytime you start to skate, all the skaters in the skate park just come and beat the shit out of you. And you can't actually do any moves. You just get your teeth kicked in because you're Tucker fucking Carlson and he deserves
Good.
it.
Yes, I love that. Honestly, I would pick that just to watch it repeatedly.
Oh my God.
Let's bring in another one from the audience. Mr. the Human. I don't know how you follow up that, but he didn't know when he wrote this at like 2 p.m. Mr. the Human writes, give me Godzilla riding a goddamn skateboard, and one of his special moves is blasting his atomic breath into the ground for extra lift. Actually does go pretty hard.
That's
That-
tough.
that's
Yeah.
That's
That's pretty great.
good.
Yeah, you know what? That's so far Wolverine, Darth Maul, Jango Fett, the Daisy Dukes girl.
Right.
Jack Black is a security guard. Very like
True.
not abstract, very like all over the place in terms of where's the fucking kaiju? Where's the
Right.
fucking monsters?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That could be a whole line. Go the fucking DBD route. Give me fucking Jill Valentine and every horror character you can consider in a Tony Hawk game.
So I would say,
okay.
you know what? I would love to see skate park at like at the Raccoon Police headquarters.
Yeah.
Or
So
like
cool.
in Silent Hill, skate park in Silent Hill. That'd be cool as fuck. You know,
Could be pretty cool. Could be pretty
Be
cool.
pretty cool.
Another idea I had of a park specifically. So no skater with this one. Similar to the warehouse in the first game, one of the first, or maybe actually the first level that you go to. It's just like a very basic warehouse. A version of that that's like a Hollywood warehouse. So there's like Easter eggs all over the place of like things from movies or like pieces of sets or that kind of thing. Could tie it in with the secret characters. Maybe there's a Wolverine thing, a Darth Maul thing, something like that. But I think that could be a fun. Maybe they're bringing in other skateboarding movies in there. We got a Lords of Dogtown reference. It's a skateboarding. We got a Brink reference in there. Maybe it's not skateboarding. It's just skating. But there's options. That could be cool. How about any other characters or parks that you guys have thought up?
Kayla says Lola Bunny, and
Ooh.
I would say to that is we don't have Jake Twitch in here,
Yeah.
so the three of us I don't think can comment. I also am afraid to say anything else about women, given the circumstances of the fact that the only game I've talked about up to this point has been Unholy.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
not qualified anymore
Sure.
to say anything.
Yeah.
No.
Just anything.
The rest of the month, I'm just sitting my ass down and I'm listening.
Yes. Yeah, you are.
Listening.
Yeah, you fucking are. Lara Croft or Lola Bunny would go hard in this game, though. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of women skaters in the Tony Hawk franchise.
Yeah.
Some, not enough.
I've got one last one, but I want to
Yeah.
hear from Mori first because this is a really special character.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can't follow up what Cayman's about to say. I've learned that from every single character he's shared with us tonight. I'm going to, for my last character, I'm going to stay with the PlayStation exclusive theme, and I'm going to go with Cole McGrath. And there's already some overlay here and some overlap because in the Infamous games, Cole grinds to get to where he's going. So I am going to basically just have it to where whenever Cole's grinding, he gets a speed boost and electricity sparks up under his fucking board. And I'm going to do it in New Marais. I think New Marais is a really cool location, and I would love to see a skate park at like a New Marais location. So it's not the most exciting thing on the planet, but it's thematically accurate. So what Cole McGrath can do.
If it's in New Marais, are you vampire?
I hope so. Oh, I hope so. Oh, it's like Festival of Blood theme for the skate park.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
if you play as Tucker Carlson in New Marais, Cole McGrath comes out and bites him and kills him as a vampire. Maybe. It's
God, we're getting banned.
ban me from those corners of the internet. I don't give a shit.
I mean, make no mistake. I think we should go and do this to Tucker Carlson live on air. I'm kidding. Don't say that. But yeah, it's a good time.
All right,
Cayman, bring us home.
You got one? Or are you ready?
You know what? I do have one more.
Okay.
If I was kind of hoping that Jake Twitchen would stick around for this one because I don't think either of you watched The Traitors. Is that a fair guess?
That is a fair guess, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I know at least Cayman is aware of Alan Cumming.
Oh, of course,
Scottish
yeah.
actor. So
Yeah,
Alan Cumming hosts The Traitors. And when he hosts The Traitors, he's in this like very almost like a larger than life version of himself when he's hosting. Even he is still Alan Cumming, but like every outfit he wears is just like so fucking cunty. He's like his outfits are always incredible. He's always so bitchy to everybody. It's so great. Give me an Alan Cumming character in Tony Hawk, and the park is the Scotland castle from The Traitors. I think it would sell to approximately 7 people.
Sure.
Perfect.
But I love Alan Cumming. He played Nightcrawler in the old X-Men movies.
That's right.
Good as hell in that role. Jesus, I love Alan.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Always call him the European Stanley Tucci.
No, I think you were right. The first one.
Oh yeah, Stanley Gucci.
Yep.
Stanley Gucci Mane. There you go. Yeah. All right. Bringing it home. This is a special character. This character, the reason it's special is because it has a very limited set of moves. So you have to be really cool with what you do. You can't do any like board flips. You can do grinds, ollies, pretty manuals, and like twist and stuff, but like no board. There's no board essentially.
Okay.
Imagine this.
Yeah. Should we close our eyes?
Patrick Schweigert, no pants, lays down front upwards.
Yeah.
Squeezed between his butt cheeks.
Yeah.
One wheel. And this is what he's the board.
So it's not a playable character, it's that I am the board.
No. You are the character.
And the board.
Correct. So like imagine this. It's like Goat Simulator, right?
Yeah.
Just the way it controls, but it's just you with a wheel in your ass.
I don't know. I don't know if we have anyone in the audience that can make art of that.
Ooh, I
bad. Give you my consent to make that. Oh, I fucking hate this guy.
Oh my god.
I'd play it.
If somehow the good people at Iron Galaxy, I found the name finally, came to me and said, "Hello, Mr. Patrick. Big fan of your podcast. Everyone should go like and subscribe, share with their friends. If you're on YouTube, ring the bell so that you're notified when a new video drops. But would you please be in Tony Hawk's next outing as a video game as a playable character and a board with a ball squeezed between them butt cheeks?" I would say, how much? And as long as it's like $50, I'm in.
What if it's just one of those good desserts from that pastry place over off of Buford Highway? You know the one. What is the name of that place? Sweet Hut.
Sweet Hut. Oh fuck.
Man, just some Sweet Hut pastries. That's all you need to pay me in.
Yeah, $50 of Sweet Hut pastries.
Oh,
Pastries.
yeah.
I just ever since that came out, I am having trouble speaking. If I'm being completely honest. Well, what did we miss? We've covered the ones that have come in the chat. I think I got all of them from the Discord. I sure did. Leave a comment. Call your senators. Let us know what we missed for the special characters and special parks and special moves of the next Tony Hawk game. Boys, why don't we do a little spotlight of this week's news that we missed? Quick little treats to leave our audience with. First one, Assassin's Creed Shadows will apparently have a runtime of about 30 to 40 hours for the main campaign, they say.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, which I'm actually very excited about. That game drops in 2 weeks if you haven't been keeping up. And it is in the works that we might have a review of the game here on the channel because somebody, not me, has an early access copy of the game. They might have been in the podcast earlier. It might be Tony Hawk. Excuse me, Mike Hawk.
Mike Hawk. Thank you.
But that's we're having discussions. We're having negotiations. His people, my people, their people, everything. Runner-up for Game of the Year 2024 of Spotlight Games, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, out now on PlayStation Plus for free. If you haven't downloaded it, you haven't played it, go check that out. Also, Sonic Colors Ultimate, if you're a little Sonic sicko, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection, also on PlayStation Plus for this month. Speaking of free games, Xbox Game Pass has revealed its March lineup. We're getting 33 Immortals. We've gotten fucking 96 betas of that game, which is finally coming out in early access, and it's going to be day one on Game Pass. Monster Train, Enter the Gungeon, and Mullet Mad Jack are going to be on Game Pass.
Woo! Mullet Mad Jack?
Yeah, Mullet Mad Jack.
Mullet Mad Jack is like a frantic boomer shooter.
Yeah. I'm excited. That's one of those. I was like thinking through what are the games that Cayman's not been able to play that have only been either on PC or not on console yet. And that one came to mind. And now it's going to be on Game Pass. Also, these games are leaving Game Pass. Yakuza 6 and 5, No More Heroes 3, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, MLB The Show 24, Solar Ash, Lies of P, and Evil West. So if any of those games sounds like a game you want to play, you have like 10 days before they're gone on Game Pass. Cinema Saga Hellblade 2 led the BAFTAs with the most nominees for their upcoming BAFTA awards that are happening later this month. And then perhaps I buried the lead here. Perhaps this should have been the number one story for the day, but the Gex trilogy is coming back this summer, being re-released in a remaster by Limited Run Games. That little gecko in the fucking leather jacket and shades is back, y'all.
You know that Jake's going to be playing the ever-living shit out of Gex.
Oh, yeah. Gex twitching is going to be fucking creaming his leathers.
The way you know Jake's going to play the shit out of something is if I wasn't alive when it was born. That's like the correlation.
Fair.
Correct.
Just like Scrat's Nutty Adventure.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Coal Mines in the chat saying, currently making my character for the Veilguard, unsure which class to use. Everybody here played as a different class, I believe. I was a ranger. Cayman was the like shield attack
warrior,
with the warrior, and Mori was the mage. So it's kind of, I don't know that we're going to be able to swing you one way or the other, but I had a lot of fun with the ranger for what it's worth. But I will say, from hearing from Cayman and then Jake and Jerica, who on the show we reviewed it together, the warrior sounds fucking sick in this game. So yeah. Kayla also asking in the chat, can we announce that she won Fantasy Critic? We can. With Split Fiction just came out with a 90 on Open Critic. She's probably going to take the lead with that right now.
Insane.
probably the last 20 points she's going to score, but we are very proud of her. We're very excited that this is the biggest year yet for Down to Farm Games. I forget what your name was. I forget. But yes, shout out to Swinging in chat. We love Swinging.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it.
That's the thing is somebody's got to do it. Folks, that is the end of our show. Let's go around the horn. Tell the folks at home where they can find us if they would like to see more things from us. Dumpster Boy, let's start with you.
Yes, like I said at the top of the show, I'm now streaming. We'll have more idea of what that looks like soon, I think. But I've been streaming. So if you want to go help me get to affiliate status, you can go follow me over at the Dumpster Boy STC on Twitch. That's where you can find me. You can also follow me at the Dumpster Boy everywhere else. I'm about to start releasing video content for Dumpster Dives on socials, but for right now, we are still releasing listicles that like can compile 5 games in a certain specific subgenre of Dumpster Dives. We just released one for walking simulators and best puzzle cozy game Dumpster Dives. So go check that out. That's at the Dumpster Boy on all of our wherever the fuck I am. It's the Dumpster Boy.
It's the Dumpster Boy, baby.
Who knows? Who knows?
Maury, where can the folks find you? Other than under Grandpa.
Yeah, dude, under Grandpa is the craziest fucking line that could have been the outro of me on this podcast. Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Go follow the Dumpster Boy STC on Twitch. That's my pitch. That's what I want you to follow today. Go follow the Dumpster Boy STC on Switch. Switch?
Hell yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Big Switch game. Biggest Switch game of the year. You can follow me at PShwisty, but just go to dropindropoutpod.com. Follow all of us there. Follow JK Games Podcast. Follow the homie Jake Twitch. And follow Cognitive Clips. Follow everybody here. We're going to be back tomorrow night with some 2 Point Museum. Kayla, if you're still in the chat, are you going to stream with us? Me and Rose are definitely streaming. I probably should have talked to you about that, but I didn't. So confirming now. Let us know if you want to jump in virtually. And then Thursday night, Drop In Drop Out Pod. Probably between 8 and 8:30 Eastern, we're going to have another episode of the podcast hosted by one Jake Twitchin. And then right now, let's pay it forward. Let's take this hardy group over to Shay Noel, friend of the show, who is currently streaming Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Let's go show some love, spread some love to Shay Noel. Give her a follow. She's a great streamer. Until tomorrow night when we continue here with some 2 Point Museum. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.